Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines.
Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araqchi is likely to arrive in Islamabad on Friday night. According to a Pakistani government source, Araghchi is expected to be accompanied by a small delegation as preparations continue for possible peace talks between Iran and the United States. The source further revealed that a US logistics and security team has already reached Islamabad ahead of the expected negotiations.
Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araqchi has telephoned Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq and Field Marshal Asim Munir to discuss the regional situation and ceasefire-related issues. Iranian media reported that the calls come as Pakistan continues efforts to support a ceasefire between the United States and Iran and push for renewed negotiations. Moreover, the United States has deployed a third aircraft carrier to waters near Iran, sharply increasing the military force available to President Donald Trump as he presses Tehran to surrender its nuclear program, reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and agree to end a weeks-long regional war. The US military confirmed that the USS George H.W. has arrived in the US Central Command Area of Responsibility. CENTCOM posted a photo on X showing the Nimitz-class supercarrier sailing in the Indian Ocean with its deck packed with warplanes.
President Donald Trump claims that the United States has total control over the Strait of Hormuz, saying no ship can pass without US Navy approval. In a social media post, he said the waterway is sealed up tight until Iran agrees to a deal, though no evidence was provided to support the claim. In a separate post, Trump said he had ordered the Navy to shoot and kill any boats laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz. He said that mine-clearing operations were being intensified, with activity ramped up to secure the key shipping route. An internal Pentagon email has outlined possible steps against NATO allies over their stance on the Iran conflict. The options reportedly include suspending Spain from the alliance and reviewing US support on key issues involving Britain. According to a US official, the proposals reflect frustration in Washington over some allies' reluctance to provide access and support for military operations. France and Germany have reaffirmed their commitment to continue work on a joint next-generation fighter jet project. President Emmanuel Macron said both countries have tasked their defense ministries to move forward on the future combat air system, despite ongoing disputes between industry partners. The project, which also involves Spain, had faced uncertainty over control and coordination issues.
Israel and Lebanon have extended their ceasefire for 3 weeks at a meeting at the White House brokered by US President Donald Trump, who said he was prepared to wait for the best deal to end his conflict with Iran. Trump said he was in no rush to reach a peace agreement and wanted it to be everlasting, while continuing to assert that the US had a clear upper hand in the naval standoff in the strait. Meanwhile, Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz says Israel is waiting for a US green light to resume the war against Iran. He warned that any renewed attack would be more severe, even naming Iran's supreme leader as a potential target. Meanwhile, China has begun efforts to help reduce tensions between the United States and Iran, according to international media reports. Beijing is seeking to play a stabilizing role as relations between Washington and Tehran remain strained. As a rising global power, China is expanding its diplomatic influence, particularly at a time when US policies have also created friction with traditional allies. Furthermore, Pakistan continues to engage on the diplomatic front, supporting efforts for lasting peace and stability in the Middle East.
Iran has released footage showing its Revolutionary Guards seizing a container vessel in the Strait of Hormuz. The IRGC says the ships were detained for lacking authorization and tampering with navigation systems and were moved toward Iranian shores. Iranian officials also claim initial revenue from Hormuz transit fees has been collected, signaling tighter control over the key waterway.
India has dismissed as uninformed comments shared by US President Donald Trump that described the country as a hellhole, saying they were inappropriate and inconsistent with the strong relationship between the two countries. The comments were made by conservative commentator Michael Savage in an episode of the Savage Nation talk radio show. Trump posted a transcript of the show on his Truth Social account on Thursday without any comments. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.